Have you ever stood before something so grand, so monumental, that it seems to whisper stories from centuries past? For over 850 years, Notre-Dame de Paris has been more than just a cathedral. It's a testament to human ambition, a symphony in stone and glass, built not just for a city, but for the ages. It was designed to be a gateway to heaven on earth, a physical manifestation of divine light and order. Today, we're not just telling its story, we're exploring the very soul of this architectural marvel, from its first stone to its modern-day rebirth. So who were the incredible minds and hands that brought this vision to life? They were the master builders of the Middle Ages, an army of anonymous geniuses. Masons, carpenters, blacksmiths, and glassmakers organized into powerful guilds, flocked to Paris from all over Europe. These weren't just laborers, they were highly skilled artisans who passed their secrets down through generations. Imagine the logistics. Massive stone blocks quarried miles away, floated down the Seine on barges, towering oaks from ancient forests felled and shaped by hand. It was a construction site of unprecedented scale, a medieval mega-project managed with astonishing precision, all without the aid of modern technology. Their tools were simple, but their knowledge of geometry and engineering was profound. Let's travel back to the 12th century. Paris was a bustling, growing city, the heart of the burgeoning French kingdom. It was a time of immense intellectual and spiritual fervor. Amid this dynamic landscape, Bishop Maurice de Sully had a revolutionary vision. He saw the existing Romanesque cathedral as too small, too dark, and unworthy of the city's status as a center of learning and faith. He dreamed of a structure that would soar towards the heavens, flooded with divine light. This dream marked a pivotal shift in architecture. The heavy, thick-walled Romanesque style gave way to something new, something daring. The Gothic. Notre-Dame would become the blueprint for this new era, a symbol of Paris's bright future. The genius of Notre-Dame lies in a trio of engineering breakthroughs that allowed it to defy gravity. First, the pointed arch. Unlike the rounded Romanesque arch, the pointed arch directed weight downwards more efficiently, allowing for taller, more slender walls. Then came the ribbed vault. By crisscrossing stone ribs across the ceiling, builders created a strong yet lightweight skeleton. This framework supported thin panels of stone, reducing the overall weight and pressure on the walls. But the true game changer was the flying buttress. These elegant stone arms reached out from the exterior walls, catching the immense outward thrust from the roof and vaults and channeling it safely to the ground. This external support system was the key. It liberated the walls from their load-bearing role, allowing them to be opened up and filled with breathtaking stained glass. This engineering wasn't just practical, it was deeply spiritual. The goal was to create a space filled with light, or lux nova. In medieval theology, light was the most direct manifestation of God. The cathedral's architects became theologians of light, and their ultimate expression was the three magnificent rose windows. The north, south, and west roses are not just windows. They are kaleidoscopic mandalas of colored glass, each telling its own sacred story. As the sun moves across the sky, it projects a moving tapestry of color onto the stone interior, transforming the space into a dynamic, ethereal experience. For the medieval parishioner, stepping out of the dark, crowded streets and into this heavenly glow was a profound, soul-stirring encounter with the divine. If the inside was a world of light, the outside was a Bible in stone. For a largely illiterate population, the intricate sculptures covering the facade were their primary source of religious education. The portals depict scenes from the life of the Virgin Mary, the Last Judgment, and various saints, all rendered with incredible detail and emotional depth. And watching over it all are the famous gargoyles and chimeras, fantastic stone creatures leaning out from the heights. While the gargoyles served the practical purpose of waterspouts, protecting the stone from rain, the chimeras were purely decorative, embodying the wild, untamed forces of the world outside the sacred walls. But there is another voice that fills the cathedral, a voice of pure majesty, the great organ. With nearly 8,000 pipes, some dating back to the 18th century, it is one of the most famous musical instruments in the world. This is not just one organ, but a symphony of instruments combined over centuries. Imagine the thunderous sound filling every corner of the vast space, a sound that has accompanied coronations, royal weddings, and solemn funerals for generations. It is a living, breathing part of Notre-Dame's soul, capable of whispering a prayer or roaring with divine power. A testament to the enduring power of music to elevate the human spirit. Notre-Dame's story is one of incredible resilience. It has survived revolutions, wars, and the simple passage of time. But by the 19th century, it had fallen into severe disrepair, a neglected shadow of its former self. It was then that a new visionary appeared, the architect Eugene Viollet-le-Duc. He didn't just want to repair Notre Dame, he wanted to restore it to an idealized version of its medieval glory, completing what he believed the original builders had intended. His work was controversial. He added the iconic spire, populated the cathedral with new chimeras inspired by medieval drawings, and redesigned many sculptural elements. Viollet-le-Duc's vision was a romantic interpretation of the Gothic, but it's his version of Notre Dame that became the world-famous icon we knew and loved. Then, in 2019, the world watched in horror as fire consumed the cathedral's roof and sent Viollet-le-Duc's spire crashing down. The ancient oak-beamed roof, known as the Forest, was gone. In the aftermath of this tragedy, a new generation of master builders has risen to the challenge. The restoration is a monumental undertaking, blending centuries-old craftsmanship with cutting-edge technology. Over 1,000 magnificent oak trees were carefully selected from forests across France to rebuild the forest, piece by piece, using the same medieval joinery techniques. The new spire, an exact replica of Viollet-le-Duc's design, has once again been raised into the Paris sky. This painstaking process is a tribute to the original builders, ensuring the forest is reborn for centuries to come. From Bishop de Sully's bold vision to the master builders who shaped its stones, from the light-filled vaults to the resilient spirit that guides its rebirth, Notre Dame is more than a building. It is a living chronicle of faith, human ingenuity, and cultural identity. It teaches us that even in the face of devastation, what is built with purpose and passion can endure, be reborn, and continue to inspire. It stands as a powerful symbol of hope, a beacon that has shone for nearly a millennium and will now continue to shine for generations to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this story as inspiring as we do, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into our world's greatest treasures.